Hey y'all, so I got another word for you today, and the topic is go anyway. I need you to go anyway and run with the vision that the Lord has given you personally. So what if they don't support you? Go anyway. So what if they don't come to show you love? Go anyway. So what if they don't agree with you? Go anyway. So what if they don't go with you? Go anyway. You see, one thing I learned about people is that people will hop on what is popular for the moment. So if you're not the most favorable in everybody's eyes, that's okay. That's a good place to be. Because I'm not looking for approval in people anyways. The only reason why I'm doing what God has called me to do is because God called me. Man didn't call me, God called me. So that means that people can be fickle. That means that they're unstable. That means that today they'll be with you, tomorrow they'll forsake you. Just like they did with Jesus. If they did it to Jesus, then who are we? One minute they were all for him and they were following him, saying how great he was and the miracles he was performing and he must be the Messiah. And then the next day, there's all of this chaos talking about he's faking and he's not real and he was doing this and he was doing that and is he really? And they started questioning who they said that he was before. But before, they was all for him. But then when other people start coming against him, they started going with them instead. You see, what you got to understand, and this is a model after Jesus himself, it doesn't matter who's with you or who's for you other than God. I'm just doing what God called me to do. You see, gone are the days when you sit around and wait for the approval of a man or a woman. Gone are the days when you put other people's opinions before the opinion that God has given you, about you, to you, about what he's created and placed on the inside of you. Gone are the days where you compare yourself to this one and that one instead of you focusing on what the Lord has called you to do. When you do what he called you to do, you don't have to worry about nothing else. All you have to do is worry about the obedience. Say this with me. My next doesn't require anybody else's yes but mine. Say that again with me. My yes does not require anybody else's yes but mine. See, y'all, the truth of the matter is that we got to first say yes to the will of God for our life. We want people to affirm, confirm, validate, uplift us, and we ourselves don't even believe in the thing that the Lord has placed in us first. That's why I just had you declare that the only thing that is stopping me from pressing in and walking into the fullness of who God has created me to be is my yes. Because the truth of the matter is that if you don't give God a real yes, you're going to always be fighting with who you are versus who God really said you're supposed to be. The truth of the matter is that you're going to always find a reason not to walk into the plan or the purpose that God has for you if you don't really have a real yes or a real understanding of what God has placed on the inside of you. So that's why I said my future, my destiny, my purpose doesn't require anybody else's yes but mine. Before I sit around and wait and look for other people to affirm and validate me, I should be looking in the word of God to see what God says about me. And then not only that, but every word that he speaks over my life, I have to come into agreement with it. Because the truth of the matter is, if I don't come into agreement with it, there'll be people around me that technically see what the Lord has placed on the inside of me. And I myself still have not come to the revelation of what that is. So then I'll begin comparing myself to everybody else and comparing what this person does or what this person has, what that person has. And the only reason why we look outside and other people to see what they have is because we don't truly understand what's on the inside of us. So say that again with me. My yes does not require anybody else's yes but mine. Your attitude this year, this season, this time needs to be, it doesn't matter who's with me. I'm just doing what he told me to do. And y'all, sometimes God will set it up like that. Because the truth is, some of us, we put too much pressure, too much weight on other people to carry us and tell us who we are. We put too much trust in people, and really, we don't even put that much trust in God. So we looking for people to say, oh, tell me how great I am. Oh, tell me how wonderful I am. Oh, tell me I'm doing a good job. Oh, pat me on the back and say, good job, daughter. Good job, Al. Good job, this person. Good job. You did a wonderful job. You sung that song. You danced you danced today at church. Oh, you served like you couldn't serve before. You served the best you did today. Oh, we looking for all these affirmations and validations from people. And y'all, God is saying, look, I've already given you everything that you need to be all that you gotta be. We really looking for it outside, but all our future demands is that we arrive to the occasion. Our future demands that we say yes to what God is saying about us. All it takes is a real yes. That's all it takes. It don't take the approval of people. It don't take your best friend coming with you. It don't take your mother and your father agreeing. It does not even take your closest best friend, your closest friend group to say who it is that you are. It takes your yes to what God is saying about you and what he's told you to do. It takes your obedience. Y'all, there's been so many times where I've literally, God has told me to do something, and I start second guessing and I start questioning myself because I didn't fully know what the Lord has placed on the inside of me. So I would compare myself. I would stop and say, oh, well, I can't do it like that. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. I can't. How I'm gonna preach this gospel? I got my own things going on. And I got this going on, and I got that going on. And how I'm gonna tell somebody about that if I struggle with this, and how I'm gonna do this. And God is like, look, I ain't asking you for your resume. I already knew. God told me, he said, who I called, I qualified. That means that before you even knew all the stuff that you're going through, before you even sat up here and started picking out the things about yourself that you don't like about yourself, your flaws, your insecurities, before you started picking out those little things, I already called you before you started seeing them. He says, I knew I knew what issues you would have. I knew what insecurities you would have. I knew the things that you would deal with in your life, but I still called you. I still chose you for a time such as this, sis. Dude, nobody gonna be able to do it the way that you gonna do it. Nobody gonna be able to bring and present that product to people like you gonna do it. Nobody gonna be able to preach those people out of that place like you gonna do it. Nobody's going to be able to walk with dominion and power into the workforce like you going to do it. But it's up to you to give God a real yes. God, my yes goes beyond my imperfections. My yes should go beyond my insecurities. My yes got to go beyond my own flaws and the way that I see myself, the things that I'm not okay with. Everything that I have concern about, God already took it into consideration when he called me, when he called you. So stop second guessing yourself. Stop sitting up here and allowing the enemy to talk you out of your place in God. If God would have never called you, you would have never been chosen. If God didn't pick you, you would have never been picked. But the fact that you are here today tells me that you are here with a purpose. You are here on the assignment. It doesn't matter who's with you. It doesn't matter who's against you. But if God be for you, then who can be against you? If God be for you, then what devil in hell could take it away? If God be for you, then who can stop the plan and the purpose of God? The only one that has that kind of power is you. And it depends on your yes to the Lord. I'm inviting you today to say yes and be obedient to what the Lord has called you to do. I don't know what he's told you to do in the last week. I don't know what he's told you to do in the last month. But I dare you to begin to be obedient and walk it out. I dare you to believe God and to trust in him for all things and everything. God bless y'all today. I love y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow for more content.